The fall semester is underway at Hannibal Grange University. Good day, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Brenda Mata. After financial challenges forced HLGU to declare financial exigency in the spring of last year, the university is open for business thanks to several measures, including an outpouring of support from the community.
And between March the 1st and June the 30th, 761 people made financial gifts, Gracie, to Hannibal Grange to support us. That many people. We had an annual day of giving that the previous year raised about $60,000, which was really good. This year raised over $250,000.
Dr. Carty says churches and the community never stop believing in the mission of HLGU. He says collectively, churches gave $512,000. The university also held a silent auction to raise support. The university has announced the end of financial exigency. Going forward, the university says it has a business model in place based on scalability and a balanced budget based on lower enrollment. The new semester means that there are some new faces on campus this year. Hannibal Grange University is proud to welcome a new professor in the business department, Mr. Jonathan Walker. Mr. Walker comes to HLGU from another institution. He says that after visiting campus in May to volunteer for the summer, it felt like God had called him here and provided him grace and mercy by helping him get out of a contract on short notice and allowing him to teach here full time. Mr. Walker says that his experience here so far has been very, very positive.
So I love to teach. I love students. I love being able to, males, we like to compartmentalize our brain in different pies. And so many times you have a work career, and then you have a Christian life, and then you have a home life. And working here just allows, so in my public education career, you really had to compartmentalize. You could only talk about God unless if a student asked you, you could talk and talked a lot. But here, it allows me to break down those barriers between the different areas of my life and let God work through all of them.
One of the things Mr. Walker is most excited about is sharing how students can use Scripture to guide their careers. Mr. Walker brings a wealth of knowledge and experience to his teaching, and he is looking forward to seeing what's to come here at HLGU.
So what's
Hannibal Grange University is also excited to welcome a new art professor for the fall 2022 semester. Tammy Emerson comes to HLG with a wide range of experience in art education, including graphic design and t-shirt making. She has also taught classes in both junior high, high school, and special education. Emerson says she knows HLGU is the place for her.
Remember being here and stepping foot on this campus for the first time about a decade ago. It was the first place that I took my high school students' artwork, and I remember walking in and seeing the gallery and seeing the sculpture of the world and just getting goosebumps from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet, knowing that this was a very special place. My students' artwork did so well that even as I moved into the Kansas City area, I would take a half a day off and travel all the way across the state to bring my students' artwork here because I thought that this was such a special place.
This semester, Emerson is teaching art appreciation, painting, drawing, senior internship, and studio classes. HLGU professor and alumni Amanda Henry announces the release of her new novel. The Legacy of the Lost Rider is a novel that follows the main character's adventures in horse racing after committing herself to a life as a rider in the great races of Rhyner.
So I've always loved to write. I really have loved to write ever since middle school. But I would say with this book, I was looking for kind of branching out into a different genre and trying something new. And I tried historical fiction before, and I love history, but with history I'm always afraid of changing too much, for fiction purposes, and so it's just nice to be able to kind of branch off into something that's fantasy and have a little more freedom with that. And then I just, through media and movies that year, horses were just kind of something that I was focusing on a lot, and that's kind of one of the things in the book is that we're dealing with an adventure and horse racing.
Anyone interested in purchasing The Legacy of the Lost Rider can find it on Amazon or directly from the publisher. Professor Henry says she is working on getting more copies in downtown Hannibal as well. And finally, Communication Studies students at Hannibal LaGrange participated in a journalism conference sponsored by the Pathway in Jefferson City. Students from HLGU, Missouri Baptist, and Southwest Baptist University were in attendance. The two-day conference included several speakers, including Kelly Jones, who is the press secretary and communications director for Governor Mike Parson. Jones says she loves her job and she loves serving the 6 million people in the state of Missouri. Jones spoke to attendees about how to restore credibility in journalism. Jones says her advice to young journalists is to report the truth and be considerate.
Never lose that piece of you as a journalist, that you can still be good, you can still ask tough questions, you can still be the first on the scene, but never forget that you're dealing with people and you're dealing with people's feelings and you're dealing with people's families.
This is the second year that HLGU has attended the Pathway Conference. That is all the time we have for now. Until next time, I'm Brenda Mata.